So hello there and welcome to another album review of The Shield Doing a Couch. As you can see, I'm at my new place. I still don't have a couch, but I can record for you guys and talk about, albums that come out. And this past Friday, we had some interesting albums, and we had an album by a band that, was very huge at the beginning of the 2000s, and they're Paramore. And yeah, they have a new album that just came out this Friday, and it's their follow-up to the 2017. So there was a hiatus, if you will, of the band that they didn't put anything out. And this album is called Paramore. This is why. And yeah, it's 10 songs, 36 minutes. So it's a not a huge like time frame for a Paramore album, but usually that's good for a band like Paramore. And they are a band that started very pop punk. I remember when Misery Business came out and it was really catchy, and they had like that vibe going on for pop punk, like in the 90s, like No Doubt had for ska and alternative. And Hayley Williams, as a front woman, she has a very good presence, a very good voice. And when you think of Paramore, obviously you think of her. But the years have passed and they matured a little bit. And I remember in their last album, they embraced more pop and more like electronic elements to their music, and like less pop punk and more like ballads and a more mature sound. And with This Is Why, they're continuing that trend. But I think it works for them because, being like older and singing Misery Business and things about like stealing boyfriends in high school at their age doesn't make sense. So it's a good evolution for the band. And I like me some pop music. And this album doesn't only have pop music, there's songs that are very danceable. Like you feel that catchiness in them. And I can say that I enjoyed this album a lot. And I want to talk about a few of the tracks that for me were the standouts. So the album starts with the single This Is Why. And This Is Why it's very upbeat. Is saying she's Hayley Williams is singing about like this is why I don't leave the house. So it's very important to this modern world that we've had in the last few years. And I like the chorus. It's a very upbeat chorus, like you can sing to it, and it's very hooky. And then they followed that song with This Is the News. And This Is the News is also about like turn off the news. There's too much bad stuff going on. And again, it's very upbeat and it really follows well the first song. This Is Why. So they go hand in hand. Other songs that they have some ballads here on this album, but they have some great ones. Especially I thought that Liar and Crave really stood out. And Liar is all talking about like sometimes you're afraid to love because like you don't want to show love because you don't know if that person's going to hurt you. Is he going to lie? And Crave, I thought it was all about, like craving that special someone. So they're very nice ballads. And the good thing about these ballads is that they're mature ballads. They don't sound like the ballads they had like on the second album, where it's more high schoolish. So the band has grown up in that respect. I also thought that the album closer, Thick Skull, was interesting, and she's saying about like she knows where she's buried the people that she's killed. I'm like, yeah, that's hardcore for Paramore. Like, oh, I would expect that like Cannibal Corpse song or something like that, but for Paramore, yeah. But it had other ballads like Big Man, Little Dignity. You First is a mid-tempo rocker song, but the one of the most fun songs is the fourth song, Says Come. I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to butcher it. Says Komaka. I don't know if I said it correctly because I don't know how to say it. That song, it's very danceable, and especially the chorus part. Like you really just want to get up and dance, and I think it's going to be a number that live is going to be really fun to play and to listen to. So yeah, this album, This Is Why. I think it's a very solid album by the band. If you like your pop music with some great hooks, melodies, and dance to it, you're going to like this. I'm telling you, this is like what a band like Maroon 5 would like to get. They try to get that sound, but they suck. But Paramore has found a way to make it work. And of course, I think it works because of Hayley Williams' voice and her personality. And she's had other side projects, and you can see how she has matured as a singer and as a songwriter as well. Because these songs, the lyrical themes are very solid, and uh, they're solid in a way that she can talk about like this is the news or this is why, and sing about like important topics, but have them be happy and upbeat. And I think that's a good way to get the message across without sounding preachy. So I think the thumbs up for Paramore for that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this album. And I think if you're a Paramore fan of all Paramore, there's still here stuff that you can enjoy. And if you have never listened to Paramore, but you like some pop music that's upbeat, I think you could listen to this album and enjoy. You don't have to listen to their old stuff to enjoy this album. So what did you think of Paramore? This is why. Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was worth the almost 6 year wait for this album to come out? And what are your favorite tracks? Comment, let me know. And if you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out, do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to give me a like and share this video so the channel can keep growing. So coming up tomorrow, Valentine's Day, I have a video with Señorita Sabrosura, and we're all going to talk about Valentine's Day and music that's good for romance, to get in the mood. So watch out for that tomorrow. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.